गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। गुड इवनिंग, जय हिंद, नमस्कार। कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग? गुड इवनिंग, जय हिंद। आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू आर डूइंग वेल। गुड इवनिंग। I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you, and all of you are also doing well. Good evening. So tell me, how is your preparation going on? How is your preparation going on? Like this is the end of August. I think here we are having, yes, today we are having the last session of this August month. So tell me one thing, in the month of August, what is one thing which you have done in your preparation that you are proud of? Like, what is one thing which you have done for which you are proud of, that yes, I have done this work, I have done this part, and that is quite good? And what is one thing which you wanted to complete but you could not do it? So this is the end of August, and you should be like evaluating it, not only monthly but also weekly. You can have a daily evaluation of your thing, you can have a weekly evaluation. Okay, so you have completed polity and ethics, that's good. If you have completed polity and ethics, that's quite good. Anyone else, like anything which you have completed in, especially in this month of August? Answer writing, okay, you have started answer writing also. Environment and geography, equally good. Wanted to complete polity, you cannot complete it. Economy and polity, that's good. So do this one thing, like try to make a weekly target also. Try to make a weekly target and a monthly target. If you are evaluating this on a regular basis, if you are evaluating your task on regular basis, then it is going to it is going to help you complete the topics in a timely manner. Yep. Acha, you are in revision mode, BPSC prelims in 10 days. So BPSC prelims is also there. How many of you are also preparing for state pieces? History and geography completed. Geography complete 80%, good. Okay. History and geography completed, that's good. So they see this one thing, like again in the next week, like I think we will be meeting in next week on Friday, and on Friday I will ask you again, like on the next Friday I will ask you again this part, that how many things you have completed. So make a task for yourself, make a weekly task. Those who are watching the session later also, those who are watching the session later also, post it in the comment box that what you have done in the last 1 week or in this week, and what you are going to do in the next week. I will again ask on next Friday, that how much of things you have completed. Okay. So I will keep on asking these things from you, so that you can be on that you can be on like that deadline always. You can always be preparing for it, because you have to answer me. So that is one sort of accountability that I want to fix for you. Okay. So I think most of you are ready for that accountability. Okay. I hope you are ready for this. Okay. So now see, today the topics which we are going to see, there is one editorial we will start with. There is this one editorial which we are starting with, and that is about health insurance. There is one such editorial which we are starting with, which is with respect to health insurance. Okay. And then after, we will see a little bit about this ISRO technology. It is part of your science and tech. This is part of your GS paper 2. Then cotton import policy, it can be in GS paper 1 also and GS paper 3 also. Then MG Narega, again GS paper 3. And this one related to women's safety, GS paper 1 and 2. Okay. So these are the topics which we are going to see in like today's session. Okay. So let's start with this. First, let us see some questions. Consider the following: imposition of precedent rule, disqualification under anti-defection law, advice given by Council of Ministers to Governor, and ordinance issued by Governor. How many of the above are subject to judicial review? How many of them are subject to judicial review? Next week, geography and history. Okay, I will ask. Next week, I will ask. So tell me here we have this one question: imposition of precedent rule, disqualification under anti-defection law, advice given by Council of Ministers to Governor, and also ordinance issued by Governor. So how many of them are subject to judicial review? One answer from Sitesh, that is option number C. Okay. C option and B option. C. Imposition of precedent rule. Yes, it is subject to judicial review. Disqualification under anti-defection, it is also subject to judicial review. Advice given by Council of Ministers, no, it is not subject to judicial review. Ordinance issued by Governor, it is also subject to judicial review. So answer is C option. Okay. Now see the second question. Now this is one of the previous year question from 2019. So here we have the question: which one of the following suggested that Governor should be an eminent person from outside the state and should be a detached figure without intense political link, or should not have taken part in politics in the recent past? So which committee has suggested this? Which committee has suggested this? This is question number 2. So I think you might be seeing the previous year questions again. So what will be the answer? One answer is again from Sitesh. Question number 2, option C. National Commission. C option is Sarkaria Commission. The C option is Sarkaria Commission. So remember this one part. Here the answer is Sarkaria Commission. Sarkaria Commission is one which has recommended this, that Governor should be a detached figure. He should not be taking active part in the politics in the recent past. But what we see, like many a times we have seen that there has been politicization of this post of Governor also. Okay. Now here we have the third part. Which of the following are the discretionary power given to Governor of a state? Sending a report to the President of India for imposing the precedent rule, appointing the ministers, reserving certain bills passed by a state legislature for consideration of the President of India, making the rules to conduct the business of state government. So which of them are part of discretionary power given to Governor of a state? So question number 3. Question number 3. So Ritu is saying option number B. B option. So I think yes. In this part, you can see sending a report to president for imposing president rule. Yes, it comes under this. Appointing the minister on the advice of chief minister. It is only on the advice of chief minister. Reserving bills for consideration of president of India. Yes, it is discretionary. Making the rules to conduct the business. It is again on advice of CM. So this is not. Answer is B option. So 1 and 3 is going to be correct. Okay. So see, governor has been continuously in the news. So there is a chance you will get questions in prelims also, mains also with respect to this topic. Okay. Now we are coming to the editorial. Okay. So now we are coming to this one editorial. The editorial is mostly about the issue of healthcare in India. And it is concentrating on one thing, that is health insurance. Okay. It is concentrating on one issue, that healthcare and insurance. Healthcare and insurance. So can you tell me, like in India, if we look at health insurance, so can you take a guess that how many people in India are covered under some sort of health insurance? How many people in India are covered under some type of health insurance? It can be formal, it can be their self-subscribed, it can be group insurance, it can be Ayushman Bharat. So overall, how many people in India are insured under this health insurance? Any idea, any guess? You will find that in case of India, just around 15 to 18%, 15 to 18%, they are having health insurance. Okay. 15 to 18% is having health insurance. Okay. Then we see that there is one thing, premium to GDP ratio, means how much insurance premium they are paying. How much insurance premium they are paying. So as per premium to GDP ratio, this is only 3.7%. If we talk about the global average is near about 7%. So when we compare, despite having the Ayushman Bharat scheme, only about 15 to 18% of India's population is having health coverage. Okay. The insurance coverage. Now the question is, why? Why lower insurance? Why the people in India are having lower number of health insurance? Why people are having lower number of health insurance? Any guess? Why do people in India have lower number of health insurance? So how many of you are having health insurance? How many of you are having health insurance? Lack of awareness. Okay, that is one reason, correct? Lack of awareness is one factor. That is true. Lack of awareness. Then we also see that in the case of health insurance, there are higher premiums as compared to life insurance. Okay. As compared to life insurance. So that is one thing, that in India, the premiums of health insurance is much, like very higher as compared to life insurance or other things. Okay. So what we see that, like they range from around 5,000 to 20,000 per individual. Okay. It is like, even if you are talking about the modest premiums, the lower ones, they range from around 5,000 to 20,000, and for families it can be 10,000 to 50,000. So insurance premiums are quite higher. Okay. Plus there is a lack of awareness. Okay. Now also there is also one thing, the Indian people, they have a tendency. What is that tendency? Normally the Indian people think that if there is no illness, then the insurance money is going to waste. If there is no illness, then insurance money is going to waste. There is no use of it. Okay. So they think that, like suppose they are giving 10,000 rupees per month, 10,000 rupees per year or 20,000 rupees per year, and if there is no such utilization of it, then in that case they see it as a waste of money. So Indian people, they have a tendency of like getting treatment but not prevention. Okay. So there is a tendency, less focus on preparedness, more on mitigation. Like we have this one thing, if people are suffering from some disease, then they think that if we were having insurance, then it would have been better. But in general, people think that if they are having insurance and there is no illness, so then there is no utility of it. So that is one of the factor also responsible behind it. Now, why we are having higher premium? This higher premium is because there are lower number of people asking for insurance. Okay. So this is one part. In case of India, fewer people are asking for insurance, and if few people are asking, there will be more and more premium. So the solution is to have more people. But why more people are not going? Because there is already a higher premium. Okay. So it is a vicious cycle. This is creating a vicious cycle. Now here, there is a government step here. Now we see that government has taken a step, and that is Ayushman Bharat scheme. Now under this scheme, what we see that there is an insurance up to rupees 5 lakh rupees, and there is Ayushman Bharat, which is having around 500 million people. It is having coverage of around 500 million people. Okay. It is having coverage of around 500 million people. Okay. And there is a family based insurance of rupees 5 lakh per family. Rupees 5 lakh per family. It is having a target group of around 500 million people. This is the target. Group. And the insurance money is rupees 5 lakh per family. Now here there is a universal coverage. For people aged 70 or more. Okay. So there is universal coverage for people above 70 years of age. So that is one part, that this is one such thing which has been done by government. But despite this, we are having lower insurance coverage. Despite this part, we are having lower insurance coverage. So what should be the way forward? How we can address this challenge? So can you tell me how we can address this? Can you suggest this one part? Can you suggest this one part? How we can have more and more people having health insurance? How more people can have health insurance? What we can do to make sure that more and more people are going for health insurance? They think that, you believe that consulting a dietitian is more beneficial than opting for health insurance. Or we can have this one option, that the annual consultation of dietitian can be covered under the health plan. So there should be a health plan in case of India rather than having just health insurance. There can be a health plan, a comprehensive health plan, which can which can be a complete package. Which can be a complete package, a complete health package. So one alternative which you can suggest, that Indians need a health package. This health package should have insurance, plus it can have a full body test, plus diet plan. So Indians can have a full health plan instead of having just a health insurance. So it can be covering insurance plus full body test plus diet plan. So that is one thing which can be there. Okay. That is one thing which can be there. Second thing is, like government has come with Ayushman Bharat scheme, mainly targeting the lower sections of society. Government can come with a paid version of Ayushman Bharat with lower premium, like up to 5 lakh. There is no money which is taken from people. So government can come with a paid version of Ayushman Bharat scheme, where government can take some of the premium. Government can take some premium from the people, like those who are in the income range of, let's say, 10 to 20 lakh rupees or 5 to 10 lakh rupees. So government can come with a paid version of Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat scheme. Ayushman Bharat. Okay. So that is also one thing which can be there. Third part which can be there is, the third part which can be here is with respect to like awareness among people. It is also about awareness among people, that people need to be made aware. Then regulation on premium rates, that how much will be the premium rates for healthcare. Okay. Why diet plan? Like say, Disha said that instead of going for health insurance, she thinks that she can go for diet plan, okay, or meet a dietitian. So if people are getting something in return, they think that if not all the thing, at least I am getting a medical checkup once in a year, plus I am also getting a diet plan. So out of the insurance money, I am getting at least some benefit. Out of the insurance money, they are getting at least some benefit. So instead of a health insurance only, there can be a health package covering all these things. Okay. So the insurance companies or medical companies can come with all these plans. Okay. So that is one thing which you can suggest here, that we need to innovate the product. We need to innovate the product. Like see how the cellular companies are doing. They are telling you that earlier you were going for recharge of 199 per month. So now you can pay 249 rupees to us, and you will also get a subscription of Hotstar along with the monthly calling and data. That instead of 149 or 199 recharge, go for 249. You will get a Hotstar premium subscription also, a subscription of Wink Music, plus some other things, and plus your monthly recharge. So people will have this thing, okay, I am getting a lot of things under the same recharge plan. So they can innovate products like this. Okay. So they can innovate product like this in order to sell it more. So that is our first topic, health insurance. Now coming to the second part, ISRO technology thing. Yes, lowering the premium plan can be there. And how we can lower that? We can lower that only if there are more and more participation. So initially government can push for this. Government can push for this, that we are providing for a paid version of Ayushman Bharat. Let's say government is taking 2,000 rupees annual premium or 3,000 rupees annual premium for a family. Now government has a lot of like beneficiaries. So those who are getting free, they can still get the free one. But those who want to join the health insurance, if they can be provided at an affordable rate, it will be good for them also. Now here we have the second part, ISRO technologies to private firms. Okay. ISRO technology to private firms. So what is the news all about? The news is about this, that 5 different technologies, they have been provided to various agencies across India. Now this is not the first time. In total what we see that till now 98 technologies developed by government agencies, they have been transferred to private sector. They have been transferred to private sector. Okay. That is different. See, term insurance is different from health insurance. Term insurance is different. Term insurance is at quite lower rate. Okay. So that is different thing. Now here it is about like 5 technologies have been provided. Now the thing is, for what purpose? Like why we are providing this? Why we are providing these technologies? What is the reason? Why we are providing these technologies? For what reason we are providing these technologies? And where they are going to be used? Where are they going to be used? So there is one thing, it is being provided for biomedical like application. It is being provided for biomedical application. Just for an example, just to show you an example, there is one thing, okay, low temperature co-fired ceramic multi-chip module technology. This is going to allow multiple semiconductor chip to be integrated in a single compact unit. And how it is going to be used? In the RT-PCR kits. They are the one used for diagnosis of viral infections or others. So there is one thing, RT-PCR. So for RT-PCR tests, we are using this low temperature co-fired ceramic multi-chip module technology. So this is going to be transferred to the private sector, and how it is going to be used? For development of RT-PCR kits. Okay. So that is one such example. Second thing you can see, there is one thing, room temperature vulcanizing silicon single part adhesive technology. And what is the utility of this? It is going to be used in solar panel. Okay. So you don't have to remember these technologies for the exam. You don't have to remember these technologies for exam. You have to just keep this one thing in mind, that space technology doesn't only have use in space only. It can be used for medical purposes also. It can be used for clean energy transition also. So here we have this one thing. It is going to be used in solar panel bonding. Okay. Then we have film adhesives and others. They are also for aerospace and industrial application. So they are also here for aerospace and industrial applications. Then we see that there is 0-watt HMC DC-DC converter technology. Okay. And it is going to be used for anodization of 3D printed silicon magnesium alloy. Okay. So for aerospace technology, there is one thing, aluminum silicon magnesium alloy, which is going to be strengthened using this DC-DC converted. Okay. So that is also its application. So this is one part. What we see that right now, many of the technologies are being transferred from ISRO and other space agencies to various private sectors. For what? Biomedical regions also, for industrial applications also, for aeroplanes also, and for all other works. So this is one thing which is being done in India right now, that the technology from a space sector is going to be transferred to private sector, so that there can be more and more state-of-art technologies development in the country. Okay. So this is also one such application or one such benefit of promoting research in space tech. The thing is, it is not going to be used only for a space tech. It is for industry also, medical field also, for health also, for environment also, and for many other works. So that is why this topic was there. So can you tell me which one is the commercial arm? Which institute is acting as commercial arm of space activities in India? Or which organization is responsible for commercialization of space activities in India? Which organization is there? Which one is looking for commercialization? So can you tell me the name of organization responsible for commercialization of space activities in India? In last week, we were discussing about this. I have told you that we have 4 different organs. One is Department of Space. One is Department of Space. Yes, it is NSIL. Okay. Yes, Rishti, that is correct. It is NSIL. New Space India Limited. New Space India Limited. So this is NSIL, New Space India Limited, the one which is responsible for this part. Okay. Now, we are coming to the next part. You can see there is a decision of the government. New Space India Limited. So there is one such decision of government. Now we are coming to this third topic, the cotton part. So here we have this one decision of government. What is that decision? Cotton import to be duty free till December 31. Okay. India has decided that the import duty on the cotton is going to be 0. We have decided it is going to be 0. The question is why? Why we have reduced the import duty on cotton? Why we have reduced it? It is just because government is saying that we are having shortage. We are having a shortage. Okay. So this is one part. We are having a shortage. Plus, when we are getting raw cotton from outside at zero tariff, it is going to be used by our apparel sector. The apparel sector which is under pressure. Why it is under pressure? US, US has imposed 50% tariff. So suppose they are paying 50% tariff in US, plus at the same time they are subjected to import tariff on raw cotton in India. So then competitiveness is going to be taking a dip. So government has decided that till December 31st, there will be zero import duty on cotton. So let's talk a little bit about cotton. You all know which soil is suitable. But see, when we talk about cotton, the ideal temperature is 21 to 30 degrees Celsius. But generally we'll find that even from 15 to 43 degrees Celsius, it can survive. But the ideal temperature here is 21 to 30. There is one thing. If the temperature goes below 21, then there is some damage to the crop. It requires rainfall of around 60 to 120 centimeter. Okay. World largest cotton producer, true. India is the world's largest cotton producer. But at the same time, we need more and more cotton. Why? We have to convert it into apparel and then we have to sell it by doing the value addition. Okay. So if we look at this right now, India is in fact the largest producer of cotton. Largest producer. Around 23% of production. We are third largest exporter. Third largest exporter of cotton. So it has been seen that that we are having cotton production, but still we need more and more for value addition. We are also importing some of our cotton to other countries. Okay. Now see here, when we talk about this cotton industry, it is providing livelihood to around 60 million people. It is around providing livelihood to 60 million people. Okay. So that is one significance of this cotton. Now, we see there is one news. The one news is that the import duty has been removed. Import duty has been removed. But that is a temporary thing. That is a temporary thing. There is a more permanent thing, and that is there is a 5-year cotton mission. There is a 5-year cotton mission which has been launched in the Union Budget of 2025-26. Okay. And it focuses on 5F. There is a focus on 5F. Okay. It is having a 5F principle. It is having a 5F principle. So can you tell me what is that 5F principle? In the case of cotton industry, we see that we have got a 5-year cotton mission. This has been announced recently in the budget of 25-26. So can you tell me, like, what is the 5F principle here? Can you tell me what is the 5F principle here? Anyone? What is the 5F principle here? Have you heard about this 5F principle in case of cotton mission? Any idea about this? No information. See, there are certain very important things. You should be aware of it. So like 5F principle. It says farm to fiber, fiber to fabric, okay, fabric to factory, factory to fashion, and fashion to foreign. Okay. So we are having this 5F principle. Okay. So we are having this 5F principle. You can see we are having fiber, fabric, factory, fashion, foreign. Okay. That we will have these all principles. We are going to have all these principles from farm to fiber, fiber to factory, sorry, fiber to factory, fiber to factory, fiber to factory, okay. Fiber to factory, farm, fiber, factory, fashion, foreign, farm, fabric, factory, fashion, foreign. Okay. So these are the principles, the 5F principles which has been announced in the budget of 2025-26. Okay. So from this part itself, you can understand what is the intent of the government. From farm, we will convert it into fiber. From fiber, it will go into factory. From factory, it will be modified as per fashion. Like, how many of you will be interested to wear a dhoti on daily basis? Now with the changing lifestyle, with the changing fashion sense, of course there is a modification in all these things. So wearing the same dhoti cannot be there for many people in the same day. So we need to modify it. We need to modify it. We need to change it. So that factory can also modify itself as per the fashion, and that fashion can go where? Export, foreign. So that is the principle behind this National Cotton Mission. Okay. Now, so this is about cotton. Now there is this one topic, MG Narega. धोती पहनने में टाइम लगता है. Any one of you know how to wear dhoti properly? Like, it has been a long time. In 2018, I remember last time in 2018, I have worn dhoti for one day. Okay. In 2018, there was one such one such family function. So for that, I have got one dhoti for one puja. Okay. So that has been quite a long time. So normally you don't get the chance to wear dhoti regularly, but yes, sometimes you have to. There is no option. Okay. So now here we have this one thing, MG Narega. Of course, like, yes, I can walk with dhoti also. I was wearing dhoti throughout the day. It was not for some time, it was throughout the day. So here we have this one topic, MG Narega. MG Narega stands for Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Okay. So what do you see that? First, if you can look the context. Okay. If you can look at the context here, the context is saying that 60% of MG Narega budget has already been spent in the first 5 months of the financial year. That within 5 months, around 60% budget is gone. Okay. And there was a backlog from the past also. So a huge money has been spent, and still a number of wages have to be paid. So just we will look at some of the basics of it, that what is this MG Narega. You can see this one part. It was launched in 2005. There is a guarantee of 100 days of employment, and 1/3 of the beneficiaries, they are to be women. At the same time, there is a guarantee of work within 15 days of demanding. So if someone is registering for it, within 15 days, they are supposed to get the job. Then we see that the work is recommended. The work under MG Narega is recommended by Gram Sabha. So it has been launched in 2005. It has been 20 years of MG Narega. It has been 20 years of MG Narega, and the scheme is still valid and demanded in the present times. If we look at, are the wages same across India? Answer is no. It varies. It varies state-wise. It varies state-wise. Okay. So this is something which varies state-wise. There is one more thing. It provides unskilled job. It provides unskilled jobs. So if you are BTech, if you have done BTech, you cannot say that I need engineering job of 100 days in my village. I want to construct a bridge in Bihar. Okay. For that, you will not be getting the options under MG Narega. So that is not option. If we talk about this scheme, there are multiple benefits of it. Multiple benefits like infrastructure. You see that many of the roads, canals, pavements, community buildings, they have been constructed under this MG Narega. It is providing a boost to rural economy, especially you can see the time of COVID-19. When there was pandemic, when there was this COVID-19 pandemic, this MG Narega scheme, it was the tool for survival of Indian economy. It was considered the essential for Indian economy. So it has proved its worth during the time of pandemic. Okay. Then we see that reducing migration. Okay. This can provide job to the people near their home. So it can reduce this migration. It can also help in extreme times, like again examples of COVID-19. Okay. It can help in water harvesting. For example, ponds, canals, rainwater harvesting. All these things are possible with the help of MG Narega scheme. Okay. So this is one part which we see in MG Narega, what are the benefits. But at the same time, there are certain challenges. There are certain issues with MG Narega. What are those issues? First, delay and insufficiency in fund dispersal. Just see the example, like around 17,259 crore was pending as wage liability and 15,000 crore as material liabilities for 2024-25. So if you combine them together, it is around 32,800 plus crore. That is remaining. That is the liability. That is the pending amount. And see, the total budget was 61,000. So you can see half of the total budget is pending. The half of total budget is pending here. So it means huge amount of budget is pending. We see that ineffective role of Panchayati Raj institutions. The Panchayati Raj institutions, they have been going through a minimum level role. Plus we see quality of work. Dig a pond, fill the pond. Then again, dig the pond, fill the pond. Okay. So this is one thing which has been going. There has been inspection of works, and at many places it has been found that less than 10 to 20% of the works are actually effective. Majority of the works are ineffective. Okay. So that is one thing which we see. Number of days of working, it says 100 days, but on an average it is 52.8 days, 08 days, which is actually there. And fabrication of documents, although now it has been digitized, so many problems has been addressed now. Okay. So this is one part. What is the issue with MG Narega? Now one last topic, a smaller one but very important one. There is a report, NARI report. NARI stands for National Annual Report and Index on Women's Safety. National Annual Report and Index on Women's Safety. Okay. So there are certain parts of this report. Just see it here. According to this report, around 60% of women in India, around 60% of the women in India feel safe. But 40% of the women, they are feeling unsafe in India. They are feeling unsafe in various cities in India. So around 40% of the females of women are feeling unsafe in India. Okay. Then again, what we see that trust in authorities, like the trust in government. So here what we see that 75% they have lack in the system. 75% of the women do not believe in the system, do not believe in the administration. So this is perhaps the mirror for the administration, that 75% of the women don't believe, they do not believe that if they file a complaint, something will be done. So that is a huge number. Then we see that in general complaint, 33% complaints, those victims, those who are actually getting harassed, only 33% of them, they are filing a complaint. 67% of the female, they remain silent, they do not even file a complaint. Why they don't file a complaint? Because they don't have belief in the system. Okay. Then we see that now there is one part, complaint related to workplace. Okay. So here we see that 22% incidents are formally reported, and in 16% reported cases the action is taken. So that is one part with respect to this issue of the women's safety in case of India. So this is a report, okay, which has been given by National Commission on Women. It has been given by National Commission on Women. Which is the most unsafe city? The most unsafe city are Patna, Jaipur, Delhi. Okay. They are most unsafe city. Even Kolkata is also there. In the safest city, we have Mumbai, Visakhapatnam, Pune, Gangtok, Kohima as well. They are the safest city in India, and these are the unsafe cities in India. So why people in Patna, those who are from Patna, why is Patna so unsafe for women? Okay. So that is one thing which you can think about. That is something which you can wonder about. We will meet on Monday. Then we will discuss the remaining things. A question for you. Why after 75 years of independence, why still there is no such change in our society with respect to women? Why women are still feeling unsafe after 75 years of independence? So think about this and answer in the comment box. Okay. So that will be all. Thank you everyone.